Hey everyone, you probably know me already, but I'm Charles. Today we're doing actually a Masterchef Mystery Box Challenge. The benefit of this and having good friends is they made the box for me, so I genuinely don't have a clue what's inside this box. The rules of this is I can use limited stuff that's not in this box, like butter, oil, things like that. But beyond that, everything's a mystery. I have an hour to figure out what I want to do and make it. And I'm really excited to try this. It might turn out awesome, it might turn out horrible, but that's the whole point of doing this in advance before actually making it on the show, is kind of get those jitters out there, see what I can make, and it smells great. That's what I can at least say. Even though the box is closed, I can really smell the fresh ingredients in there.
Hey guys on YouTube, this is Steven and Kate. I've known Charles for several years. Kate has known Charles for all of, 10 minutes?
Yeah.
And we're here at Charles's house to help him out with his Masterchef training. Yesterday we went down to the Ottawa Byward Market and we checked out all the vendors' booths and stalls and got him some really nice things to work with this morning. So we're actually doing a dinner for breakfast theme, which is a little unusual. Usually you do breakfast for dinner. But just this is the time slot that worked out, and we're gonna see what he can come up with.
We picked more of a summer themed, kind of like crisp, nice summer items that only grow this time of year. So it would be kind of cool and awesome. We were gonna go with like more of a fall theme, but we were like, no, summer's best.
Wow, it's fresh. Get a close-up on that. Wow. So we are going probably vegetarian by the looks of it right now. So that's awesome. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, that's like leeks or onions?
It's a red onion.
Red onion. Yeah, because that's a red onion with the green still on it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So rhubarb. Rhubarb is actually really awesome. I love rhubarb. I eat it on my trail runs all the time. There's wild rhubarb everywhere. Anyone guess what this one is? These are tomatoes. I wish you guys could smell this. It just smells so good. And then this looks like a beet.
That is a beet.
So the neat part about this, what's throwing me off, is you're not used to seeing the stems. So like the red onion, it threw me off because I thought it was a red onion. But you had the stem still on it. So same thing with the beets. I'm guessing honey?
Yes.
So since it's an unlabeled, took formerly ketchup, but probably now honey or similar to it. Ooh, I think they like honey. Honey mustard. Honey mustard's pretty delicious. Is this?
It's cranberry honey mustard.
Ooh, that's what's different. Cinnamon, I eat cinnamon every day of my life, so I love cinnamon. Fresh berries. So these look like they're literally just picked. Those are really fresh looking. So this one is definitely different. So different types of squashes by the looks of it on top. Or maybe zucchini? Like, yeah, that's zucchini on the top, potatoes on the bottom.
And squash.
That's sour squash. That I've never even seen, so that I will probably have to try at least. This I definitely know. So eggplant, really cute one. Dillish at first, but yeah, dill. Mint, by the looks of it. Yeah, that's definitely mint, so fresh mint. Basil, so fresh basil. Good. I was going to say, if you guys get all this and don't get lemons and limes, I'm screwed. so that's good, you get an acid in there. Wow, okay. Awesome.
King Urini, yeah.
Okay, so no idea on what this will taste like, but it smells really good.
But it's a mushroom.
It's a mushroom, I know that much. So King Urini. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, I apologize to whoever made that name. Should have picked a better name. Classic boneless chicken breast. So these are some of the items I pre-sorted. We're limited a bit in counter space. It doesn't mean I'm not going to use some of the items that we also seen previous in the box. It just, these are the items I have to prep first, and I know I have to get those going.
So at first glance here, looking at these ingredients, what's kind of coming across your mind, Charles, about what you might be making for the main meal here?
So definitely using the chicken. There's a lot of good veggies to the point that I'm still working out exactly how I'm going to narrow it down. I'm definitely going to make a little bit of a small vegetable salad that's not the typical salad. The potatoes are almost too easy not to use. The red onion smells so delicious that I'm definitely going to incorporate the onion into the chicken, the mushrooms, and I'm going to go a little out of the normal, and I'm going to use a little bit of the actual rhubarb. Wow, yeah. That's just real. Yeah, feel free to grab a piece. That's really good.
So what are these ingredients you're mixing together?
So right now it's just apple cider vinegar, dill, and the beets. So the reason why I'm starting this before the meat is I want the vinegar to soak up a little bit. And these are just going to be for about 30 seconds once I get going in a pan, just to cook them just a little bit, but just to get some of the flavor in there before we get started on the chicken. And then the chicken is going to be really simple seasoning at first. I'm going to make it more, the star of the show will be the ingredients that accompany it. We're going to do the onions. And hopefully while I do that and don't burn the house down, I'm going to get the chicken going on the grill. And try not to hit too many things as I get there. Exactly. So in the real competition, I won't have to go in and out of the house to barbecue. They'll have the grills there. That will be definitely very nice. But just to get this going, I always like oiling the grill because it makes it a lot easier to not stick to anything. And I personally don't do pepper till last because pepper burns usually. So I always start with just the salt. And the reason why I'm not putting sugar on the rhubarb right away is for no other reason but sugar burns easily. So I'm letting it just go get a little cooked first and then I'll add the sugar. I love using one pan where you normally use two because the flavors tend to mix a little bit more and it tastes a lot better. So a little trick I do, I put the salt in the oil and then you mix it around until they're all even coated. Some people put the oil just drizzle on, but I find that's pretty wasteful. You end up with 10 pounds of oil. And then these will be nice and salty. And when I grill vegetables, I always turn the heat off just before. Just because when they're this thinly sliced, they go fast. And I'm purposely not layering them too much on top of each other, just because they'll get too soggy that way.
Know what who thinks of the taste and the aroma and
It's really meaty. Like, it sounds weird, but it honestly tastes like I'm eating chicken. Not the taste of it, but the texture. So people, when they're actually testing chicken, you can put a thermometer in it. You can cut it open to see how it looks. What I always see people do, opposed to actually caring about what it looks like, they just kind of dive right in there, see if there's actually cooked. You always do presentation side down. So this is the part that people won't see right away. You then slice into it, not all the way through, and then you just kind of pop it up and you can actually see whether it's cooked or not. So in that case, cook no problem. I wasn't concerned, but just in case you cook chicken and you care about how you present it, never cut the face you actually are serving, and always start cooking with the side you want to show first and then flip it to the side that you don't want to show after, because you always get more of the grill marks on the top that way. And then this is for no other reason, but I don't have a lemon squeezer. Ironically, I was going to buy one yesterday, but decided I'll save the money. So what I do, another tip I guess, is I always put it in a measuring cup first, and I'll show you how I get it without the seeds after. So right now you don't care whether the seeds fall in to here. And I don't know if you saw it in the video, but the reason why I roll the lemon first is it breaks the actual juice pockets in there. So when you break the juice pockets, it makes it that much easier to get all the juice out. So right now I hardly have to squeeze and everything's coming out. And that's near the end of the lemon. But in this case, I'm only going to probably need half the lemon, and thank you. Having an assistant's awesome. And then what I'm actually going to make, I normally would make it in the measuring cup. So this is going to look a little funny without having a lemon squeezer. But I grab the back of a knife, and hopefully this works on camera. It'll be the one time it doesn't. You put the knife so you just cover it up, right where the spout is. But it'll be just enough so when you pour it, the seeds don't fall through. So that one was so tiny, that seed, so that's an exception. But if they're full-size seeds, you just pour it. And if they were to actually hit on the side, you don't have to worry about it.
So how long have you been cooking for today?
So far, to be honest, I want to say with the starting and stopping, I don't know if we're absolutely sure, but I want to say 40, 45 minutes. The beets, and you can actually see some of the juice, how red that's gotten, and how good that looks. The honey and lemon mixture is good to go. So what this is going to basically do is going to basically candy the beets. The color of the beets will also, we'll do it before and after. See how it's nice and like a pale yellow? It's going to dye naturally the sauce. So it's going to be almost like a, not a pink sauce, but it's going to be almost this really nice light red when we're done. That's really, really cool. It's almost like a bath bomb going off. Don't ask how I know that. This is something I wanted to try for a while. I don't know if this will turn out as cool as I think. This is using some of my design background. But right now you just have the flat zucchini here. I'm just going to slice it a little biasly on an angle like. So we'll use this as a test. But then with the bigger side, we're just going to roll and see what that looks like. Because opposed to just doing it, you get the nice little spiral. So that's kind of what I wanted to go for. And if it's not thickening up, similar to how you add flour to gravy, you add sugar to syrup to make it thicker. So if for whatever reason it's not thickening up enough, we'll just add more honey. This is what you want. So see how it's bubbling up? It's the same thing when you make caramel. If it doesn't bubble, it doesn't stick. But like that's an easy way to remember. So if it hasn't started bubbling like this, you know when you actually put it on the dish, it's just going to be like a soup. It's just going to run. But it's almost like a summery slaw that you wouldn't normally do. So it's rhubarb, onion, and strawberries are the main ingredients in here, and there's just a hint of tomato. So we're just doing a little bit there. For me, it feels like it's already like 1 o'clock, but this is going to be a 10 o'clock dinner, so I hope you guys enjoy.
10 a.m.
Is this honey mustard cranberry. I'm going to put just a hint on the potatoes.
So I see you're switching up some plates here. What's going on with that, Charles?
I didn't like the plating of the first dish, so I decided I'm going to redo the plating.
So we went to a larger plate, and he's selectively picking and choosing some components to redistribute. So what's your inspiration for this dish?
It really was the ingredients. Like the ingredients just smelled so good at first that I wanted to not really do a marinade on the chicken. I want to keep it simple. That the chicken just is something you want to take a piece in and put it in all the other ingredients and really mix it together. So it'd be really tasty that way.
Other than that, it looks really, really yummy.
Yeah, I can't wait. It smells great. Let's give it a shot. It looks edible, which is step one, you know?
Thanks, Stephen.
It's really good with that dill taste. Let's try the chicken with the sauce underneath. It's a great mixture between the beef flavor and the barbecue taste on the chicken. That works very well.
The strawberry rhubarb salsa is delicious.
I know, I appreciate that.
Like, wow. Oh, that's really yummy.
Yeah, I haven't tasted anything I don't like so far, which is, you know, definitely on track.
So we're not going to McDonald's yet?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, McDonald's, you're going to lose out at your $15 out of us.
It's a good sign that you guys are still eating.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're going to finish it.
So this is good. I've been tasting all along as I'm cooking, but it'll be nice to actually taste it all together. I know it's my dish, but that's really good with the chicken. It has this certain like sweetness and this summeriness to it. That's really, really good. The rhubarb part, that is really, really good. I'm definitely going to make that again.
Charles did a great job of making a wonderful meal for us. We finished off the plate. No scrap was left, and it was delicious, I have to say. What did you think about it, Kate?
Very, very delicious.
Yeah.
Everything worked really well together. It was perfect for the summer theme, which is what we were going for. With the strawberries and the rhubarb and the beets, everything was like kind of homegrown, what you would sort of find in your backyard a little bit with the dill, which was really nice to see.
Yeah, flavors were great. Nothing to complain about as far as that. The original plating that Charles attempted was a little heavy and thick, so I'm glad he switched up the design, spread it out a bit. It's definitely a lot lighter looking. One comment is the dish was heavily weighted on the warm colors, so it'd be nice to see a dash of green to balance out the visual.
Even like having it on a bed of lettuce or something crisp almost.
Yeah, that's the only major complaint as far as presentation. But great meal. Glad we came by. Charles did a great job. No complaints.
I just wanted to thank Stephen and Kate again for putting this together. This is the first mystery box I was ever able to do ever, and learned a lot from this experience. Very, very thankful to have friends to put this all together. And it was a great morning. We had dinner and it's not even noon yet. So thanks again for tuning in, guys, and have a great day.
Well, thanks for everyone. Yeah. Blooper.
I was recording.